Hey Tanya, how are you? Today's our third session, so I hope you've had a great week. Um, I've had a wonderful week, and the weather's been really, really good. So I know that you've been enjoying some of the sunshine, so that's great. So I know today that you want to talk a little bit more about um, incorporating more of a healthier lifestyle, more of kind of a diet and exercise. And you know that I'm not a dietitian or, I'm not a certified fitness expert or anything like that. Um, but I just share some of the things that helped me a lot. And I'll sharing my screen with you, and let me just show you a before picture. Let me just see. Hold on. I can get this to pull up. Okay. Unfortunately, this is me. Oh. But this is me, I guess, gosh, about 10 years ago. And I won't even tell you how many, well, no, I will tell you how many pounds. I guess I was probably here in this picture about mm, probably just over 200 pounds in this picture. So I definitely know what it's like to kind of battle your weight and deal with, what you're putting in your mouth and fitting in exercise, and all that good stuff. So it can be a challenge. It can be a challenge, but it's not something that's impossible for you. And so I know that you said that you don't have any type of restrictions from your doctor or anything like that, but let me just share a couple of things that I found to be helpful that where you might want to start out. And sometimes people want to, they get really excited and they take drastic steps. They take big steps, um, and to try to reach their goals. And sometimes that's really good, and then sometimes that can be really discouraging. And so I think, just from speaking with you, it might be easier to take smaller steps because you don't, as far as I understand, you don't have any pressing health issues, whereas you don't have high blood pressure or anything like that. So I know you're looking to take off probably about 40 pounds. I've taken off about 50 pounds from that picture. So I would suggest, you know, start off small, start off with, something that we can celebrate the little victories. And since we're in the holiday season, I would really set my goal not really necessarily to lose weight, but not to gain. So that way, you don't feel miserable, absolutely miserable, when you're sitting at the table and, you have this whole big spread, and you have your family over and you really feel like you're either affecting, their atmosphere that you're not really eating, and people are like, oh, why aren't you eating, da da da, that type of thing. I'm not saying you need to pile your plate, but you just have a normal meal, so to speak. Try to watch your portion sizes, but if you want to have a small piece of cake, have your cake. It's the holidays. Even too when birthdays come around for your kids and for other family members, for yourself. Um, sometimes, especially now when we're in the Thanksgiving, between Thanksgiving and New Year's. I think probably a good goal, or what I would do if I were you, my goal would be not to gain weight. If you end up losing, that's fabulous. If you end up exceeding your goals, it's wonderful. It's even bigger cheer. But that would probably be something that I would do. The second thing is, I know that sometimes for your job and your executive assistant, sometimes you're in the office, but sometimes you have to go out and do certain things as a part of your job. And so, what I would do is, if I'm in the office, I would try to make sure I would drink as much water as I could. I understand you can't do that, if you're running around, you're outside the office and things that you need to do because, just availability of the bathroom. But, just stuff like that. Just try to, if you're going to be in the office all day, try to have at least 6 glasses of water. Even if you're not going to exercise that day, You'd be surprised. I've found for myself, just um, being able to flush out a lot of things. Your skin is clear. People always ask me, "What do you do to your skin?" Da da da. I'm allergic to just about anything. I make my own soap. I make my own deodorant. I'm sorry, I'll say, not my own soap. I make my own lotion. I make my own deodorant. I did try to make my own soap though, but I could make liquid soap, but if I try to make a bar, it wouldn't stay stable. It would always liquefy. So I'm like, ah. So I haven't figured out that part yet. But I'm very sensitive, is what I'm trying to say, to a lot of things. And I really find that it's helpful to have water to just flush all that stuff out of your system and have you keep your skin clear. Um, what else? I would try to start off. Some people try to start off, 4 or 5 days a week doing something. Um, if you enjoy walking around your neighborhood, maybe start out with 2 days a week. 20 minutes. Sometimes it's not necessarily the length, but if you're out doing whatever you're doing, whether it's walking or, jogging, or if you're going to the gym, I found in my research and just talking to other people who are fitness professionals, the important thing is that whatever you're doing is you break a sweat. You don't have to be, you don't have to have the sweat rolling down your face, but just that you're breaking a sweat so that you know that you're getting that you're getting the benefit of the exercise that your body should. Um, and I would really try to eliminate is adding as much, eliminate adding salt to your diet. So if you can have a no salt added diet, um, and just try to stay away from sugar. You start off there, drinking more water as you can, 2 days a week, doing something to get the heart rate up, whatever you like to do, swimming, whatever that is, and just really trying to be very conscious of making sure you're trying to eliminate the salt and try to stay away from sugar as much as you can. You'd be surprised how much better you feel, how much energy that you feel, especially trying to eliminate the sugar. I tell you, when I did that, I mean, I really love chocolate, so I really have to be careful. But when I was really starting to stay away from sugar, I was amazed on how much my energy level changed. So that's just my testimony, and I'm really hoping that you'll be able to say the same thing. And this is where we're kind of starting, where you can start your own journey to finding out what works for you, doing your own research, and just really finding things that resonate with you. Okay, so I'm here to make those types of suggestions and tell you what worked for me. But it really is starting you on your own journey, because you're gonna get out what you put in this coaching relationship with between you and I. And so it's really kind of trial and error. And but you can do it. You can absolutely do it, and I am cheering you on, and I'm excited to see how all the different changes that you're going to tell me about, and it's just going to be fabulous. So just try to set the specific days that you are going to exercise, and schedule those things. And if you don't meet everything on your schedule one week, no condemnation. Don't beat yourself up about it. But the important thing is, if you do schedule it, you're more likely to do it than if it wasn't scheduled. So that's why I always say schedule, schedule, schedule. Um, so I hope you find that helpful. And now we'll move on to, I know you were talking about, or you were expressed last time that you were feeling, um, you were really having feelings that you always feel like you would be alone. And so let me take a sip of water, and then we will get into that.